Students, welcome to my channel Self Belief. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic in English grammar. This topic is transformation of sentences. In this topic I shall cover about transformation of sentences and about simple, complex and compound sentences. This topic is very helpful from class 3 to 8 in English grammar. To understand the basic concept about transformation of sentences and about simple, complex and compound sentences, please watch the video till the end. Now, without delay, let's start this topic, transformation of sentences. What is transformation of sentences? Transformation of sentences means changing the form of sentences without changing its meaning. Transformation of sentence means changing the form of sentence without changing its meaning. It means that the meaning remains same but the form can be changed. For example, I know his address and I know where he lives. Here, his address and where he lives, the meaning of the two sentences remains same but the form of the sentences changed. I know his address. His address means where he lives. These two meanings same but the form of the two sentences is changed. It is called transformation of sentences. So, what is transformation of sentence? Transformation of sentence is the changing of the form of sentences without changing its meaning. Now, I am going to discuss about the sentence and the structure of sentence and about simple, complex and compound sentence. According to structure, there are three types of sentence. These are simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. Simple sentence means সরল বাক্য. Complex sentence means জটিল বাক্য. Compound sentence means যৌগিক বাক্য. In a simple sentence, there is one subject and one finite verb. A sentence which has only one subject and one finite verb is called simple sentence. For example, I know his birthplace. Here, I is the subject, know is the verb. There is only one subject and one verb. So, it is called simple sentence. A sentence which has only one subject and only one finite verb, it is called simple sentence. And in this sentence, there is only one subject I and one finite verb know. So, I know his birthplace is a simple sentence. Now, complex sentence. Complex sentence means জটিল বাক্য. In a complex sentence, there is only one principal clause, one principal clause and one or more subordinate clause. Remember this, that in a complex sentence there is one principal clause and one or more subordinate clause. As for example, I know where he was born. Here, I know is a P clause and where he was born is a S clause. I know is a P clause, means principal clause and where he was born is a S clause, that means subordinate clause. So, in this sentence there is only one principal clause and one subordinate clause. So, it is a complex sentence. That means a sentence which has only one principal clause and one or more subordinate clause, it is called complex sentence. Now, I am going to say about the basic of compound sentence. What is compound sentence? Compound sentence means যৌগিক বাক্য. A sentence where two principal clause, two P clause joined by and or but. A sentence where two principal clauses are joined by subordinate conjunction such as and, or, but, not only, but also, as well as, etc. It is called compound sentence. It will be clear when I am discussing about one example. His father died and this added to his misfortune. Here, his father died is a P clause, means principal clause. This added to his misfortune is another P clause. There is two P clause. His father died is a principal clause and this added to his misfortune is also P clause, and these two P clause are joined by the conjunction and. Two P clause means principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and. And so, two principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and, it is compound sentence. Now, I am going to discuss about some more examples of simple, complex and compound sentences. Now, let us start about simple sentence. He is a meritorious boy. Here, he subject is verb. One subject, one verb. In a sentence where only one subject and one finite verb, it is called simple sentence. So, he is a meritorious boy is a simple sentence. Another example, I know her name. Here, I is subject, know is verb, finite verb. There is only one subject and one finite verb. So, I know her name, there is only one subject and one finite verb. I know her name is a simple sentence. Now, in spite of his poverty, in spite of his wealth, he is happy. There is one subject, he is one verb. So, there is only one subject and one finite verb. It is also simple sentence. From the given examples, we can easily say that a sentence which has only one subject and one finite verb, it is called simple sentence. I think about simple sentence, your concept must be clear. Now, I am going to discuss about complex sentence. Do it and you will be punished. Do it is a P clause. You will be punished, also P clause. Do it is a principal clause. You will be punished, also principal clause. These two clauses are joined by the conjunction and. So, it is compound sentence. As in a compound sentence, there is two principal clause and they are joined by the conjunction and, or, but, etc. Now, another compound sentence. They went home and found their brother. They went home is a P clause. They found their brother is also P clause. Here, two principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and. So, it is a compound sentence. We want to live and so we eat. Here we want to live is a P clause. So we eat is also P clause. We want to live is a principal clause. So we eat also principal clause. These two principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and. So it is compound sentence. Now last example of compound sentence. He is poor but he is honest. Here he is poor is a P clause. He is honest also P clause. These two P clauses are joined by the conjunction but. So this is also compound sentence. From the given examples, we can easily understand that a sentence which has two principal clauses and two principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and or but as well as not only but also, it is called compound sentence. Now I am going to discuss about complex sentence. He is a boy who has his merit. He is a boy is a P clause. He is a boy is a P clause means principal clause. Who has his merit is a S clause means subordinate clause. So there is one principal clause and one subordinate clause. In the definition of complex sentence, I have said earlier that a sentence which has only one principal clause and one or more subordinate clause, it is called complex sentence. So it is complex sentence. It is complex sentence. Now another example of complex sentence. I know what her name is. Here I know is a principal clause. What her name is subordinate clause. I know is a principal clause. What her name is a subordinate clause. A sentence which has only one principal clause and one subordinate clause is called complex sentence. Remember, you have to be memorized the basic definition of simple, complex and compound sentence. So it is a complex sentence. Another example, we eat that we may live. There is two clause. One is we eat. We eat is P clause. That we may live is S clause. We eat is P clause. That we may live is S clause. So there is only one principal clause, one or one subordinate clause. So it is complex sentence. Though he is poor, he is honest. Here he is honest is P clause. Though he is poor is S clause. Though he is poor, S clause, subordinate clause, and he is honest, P clause, principal clause. So there is only one principal clause, one subordinate clause. It is an example of complex sentence. From the given example of complex sentence, I hope you can easily understand the basic of complex sentence. In a complex sentence, there is only one principal clause, one or more subordinate clause. Now, let's discuss what we have discussed today in this topic. We have discussed what is transformation of sentences. What is transformation of sentences? Transformation of sentences means changing the form of sentences without changing its meaning. That means the meaning cannot be changed. The meaning remains same, but the form is changed. For example, I know his name. The sentence can be changed. I know what his name is. There is no change of the meaning. The meaning remains same, but the form is changed. So it is an example of transformation of sentence. In short, we can say that transformation of sentence, there is no change in the meaning, but the form can be changed. According to structure, there are three types of sentence. They are simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. A simple sentence is a sentence where only one subject and one finite verb. For example, he is an honest man. Here he is a subject. He hoche subject, is finite verb. So it is an example of simple sentence. Now I am giving a basic idea about complex sentence. What is complex sentence? Complex sentence means in a sentence when there is only one principal clause, one or more subordinate clause, it is called complex sentence. For example, I know where he was born. I know is a principal clause, where he was born is a subordinate clause. There is only one principal clause and one subordinate clause. So it is an complex sentence. As in a sentence when one principal clause and one subordinate clause, it is called complex sentence. Now I am going to discuss about compound sentence. What is compound sentence? When two principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and, or, but, as well as not only but also, it is called compound sentence. Compound sentence means যৌগিক বাক্য. For example, do it and you will be punished. Do it is a principal clause and you will be punished also principal clause. And these two principal clauses are joined by the conjunction and. So it is an example of compound sentence. I think this basic concept of transformation of sentences and about simple, complex, compound, the basic concept must be clear about this topic. Now I am going a sentence to convert in spite of his wealth, he is unhappy. Convert this sentence into compound sentence. In spite of his wealth, he is unhappy. Convert these sentences into compound sentence. In spite of his wealth, he is unhappy. Convert this sentence into compound sentence. Write the answer in the comment box. Please, for more videos, please subscribe my videos. Thank you.